Hey guys, what's up? KillJoy Jake here, and instead of having friends, I have horror movies. Today we're going to be talking about the Scream 5 teaser trailer and how we might be seeing it sooner than later. We're gonna get into that in just a second here, but first I'm gonna need you guys to like this video and subscribe for more horror content. Also, please consider supporting me on Patreon. The link for that is in the description below. Don't forget, I'm currently working on a Scream fan film right now, and depending on how many supporters I get on Patreon, then that means I can actually make the dang thing. So check that out, link is in the description. Alright, now let's get into it.
What's your favorite scary movie?
Well, I'm Pennywise, the dancing clown.
Oh, no, not the beast! Not the beast!
You son of a...
God, don't do that.
But sometimes that is better.
So in one of my past videos, I talked about how we're really not going to get a teaser trailer probably like at the earliest and sometime from like July or August, which would make sense because this is a movie coming out in January, so they're probably not going to start heavily advertising it until way later this year. But a lot of us Scream fans are hungry for something, so they might just be able to throw out a little teaser trailer, like something that's like maybe 15 to 30 seconds long, sometime earlier than that. And now that the release date for A Quiet Place Part 2 has moved from September to May, which that release date has been all over the place, that's a whole nother video that you can check out up here. We could potentially get a teaser trailer for Scream 5 during that movie, like in the commercials before it. If you go to see it in theaters, that is. Now you might be wondering, like, why would they put a Scream 5 teaser during like A Quiet Place 2? Why wouldn't they do something like that's coming out over the summer, like maybe like Purge 5? Well, the reason I'm guessing that is because A Quiet Place 2 is also being distributed by Paramount Pictures as well as Scream 5 is. Or Scream 2022. It's not actually called Scream 5, I just always say Scream 5 because, like, you know, 5 cream. It's fun. It's a little more marketable than just regular Scream. Now, it might be a little early to be advertising your movie that comes out in January, sometime in May, but like I could definitely see like a little 15 or like 20-second teaser of just like Ghostface running around. Maybe like Sydney's there too. It wouldn't be anything crazy. Like I'm literally just asking for like a little shot, maybe just like Ghostface with a knife come up like that, you know? Knife! Ghostface! What's your favorite movie, Sydney? Scream 2022. Like, tell me that wouldn't be kind of cool. I mean, it's like, you know, I don't think I did it justice too well there, but I think it would be pretty dope if they did something like that. Just something to get us excited, something to start kindling the fire. There is that rumor that reshoots are happening right now, and like I said, Kirby might even be back for it, so like, that's kind of crazy and interesting. But as of right now, that is still just a rumor. We will have to see if there's some truth to that. Maybe they are reshooting some stuff. Maybe we'll even get some pictures from what they're shooting. Or maybe they're keeping it all under wraps because, like I said, Hayden Panettiere could be back as Kirby. I don't know, we're gonna just have to wait and find out on that. I would like to see some new set photos though. If they are doing reshoots of whatever it is, it's probably not gonna be anything too crazy though. Now, being totally honest, the teaser trailer for Scream 5 probably isn't gonna come out until sometime in like September or October, but like, I like to hope and dream that maybe we get something, like just a little taste of something, even if they just like post it on Twitter or Instagram, just a little taste of something that's going to be coming up in this new film. Because there's a lot of Scream fans right now who are worried about this film and like don't know if the directors are gonna do a good job. I would like to see something that reaffirms my faith in this series and its new directors, so we can be a little more confident in saying this movie is going to be badass. Not that I think the Radio Silence guys are gonna do a bad job with the new Scream, in fact I think quite the opposite. Personally, I'm predicting Scream 5 is gonna be one of the better sequels, if not the best, just because I feel like all of the other sequels fall into some kind of like very easily avoided trap that a lot of horror sequels do end up falling into. Like, I don't like the ending to 2, 3 is just 3. It's just riddled with problems. I don't want to get into that right now. And then Scream 4 is just stupid ridiculous with all of its meta humor. Like, literally every line of dialogue is like, hey, meta humor here, oh, meta humor over there too, oh. I still really like 2 and 4, maybe not so much 3, but like, that 4th film, man, all the humor that just misses in that movie, it sucks. I think this 5th film is going to be a perfect blend of like everything you want in a Scream film that the first movie gets absolutely perfect right on the nose. And Matt and Tyler, who are avid Scream fans, I think are going to get this perfectly right. But then you have the other side of that whole idea where you bring on fans to do a continuation to a series. It could also be a very bad thing. Like, look at J.J. Abrams, like with what he did with the Star Wars movies. I'm sure there's a lot of Star Wars fans out here that either really agree or super disagree with me, but man, that sequel trilogy is not very good. I don't know whose fault it was, if it was Abrams, if it was like all the people at Disney that just kind of suck, but those movies just weren't good. And considering that Abrams kind of did the same thing with 7 that he did with the second Star Trek movie that he made, where he basically just took the plot of another movie and then just kind of redid it in his own way. Like, it just ended up kind of sucking, both episode 7 and the second Star Trek movie. I hope that's not the case for this new Scream film. I really don't think it's going to be. I think this is going to be its own, like, separate thing that really continues the story in a direction that we would like to see. For example, seeing a bunch of flashbacks from the original movie, like of things we didn't get to see, and then like how that ties into present day and like this new killer that's running around. Which right now I'm predicting that's going to be a big part of this movie, but like I've said in the past, I could be totally wrong. We don't actually have a whole bunch of plot details at the moment. I am super excited to see Scream 5 in theaters. I'm not waiting for Paramount Plus to get it. I'm going opening night, of course. But what do you think about a teaser trailer coming out sometime in May? Like, could there actually be a little teaser sometime during like A Quiet Place 2, like during the previews, of course? Or is that like a little too far-fetched for you? Leave me something about it in the comments below. Thank you all so much for watching my new Scream 5 update. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more horror content. I just posted my first public podcast, which I'm so excited about. I really hope you guys like it. It's a review of The Cabin in the Woods. If you want to listen to the rest of the podcasts I've already done, you can check out those on Patreon. The link for that is in the description below. We're currently working on 2 more podcasts for the rest of the month, and if you support me, you'll be able to listen to them, so make sure to check that out. Follow me on Twitter at KillJoyJake1, on Instagram KillJoy_Jake, and on TikTok, just, you know, look up KillJoy Jake, I'll probably come up. Thank you all so much for watching this video again, and as always, don't forget to kill it out there, y'all. Hey everybody, Jake here. I just posted a new podcast on my Patreon, which you can listen to the full thing right now if you go to my Patreon and support me for only $3 a month. I just lowered the cost of this tier so that more of you can go and listen to it. But now here are just a couple of funny clips from it. I am joined by my co-host, Matt, from the S-Rank Gaming Pod. Matt, how are you today?
I'm actually doing terrible.
That's horrible. It's not what I wanted to hear at all. I was hoping you were doing great.
Yeah, I can't see my forehead. On one hand, you have Chris Hemsworth trying to do the American accent in Cabin in the Woods. I think on the other side of that is like Robert Downey Jr. doing the British accent in Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah.
First, discombobulate. Dazed, discombobulate.
After a very silly opening sequence, we get a title card jump scare, which is pretty cheap.
Are you even listening to me?
Yeah.
From dudes and girls, is what I say.
I guess that's a good way of looking at it.
As someone who doesn't really understand that kind of stuff in horror movies, yeah,
there's an overabundance of boobs. We need a good healthy servant of man ass once in a while.